What's up everybody, welcome to We Do Tech. Now just a few videos ago I took a look at the Razer Seiren X which Razer sent over for a review and I really did like it. The mic quality was good, the price is good as well, so if you guys do want to see this review you can check out up here, and then also I will leave a link in the video description. But along with that, Razer also sent over their new KIYO gaming webcam that actually features a built-in LED face light, which is really cool. But in this video, we are going to take a look at if it's actually worth buying, if the quality is good enough to actually use it for your professional or your more amateur style streamings. So in this review, again, gonna take a look, see if it's worth buying. And yeah, let's get into the review right after this. Do you live in South Africa and want to get yourself some awesome new gaming products? Well, go check out RebelTech. They have extremely low prices and they stock all the major brands like ASUS, MSI, Gigabyte, Corsair and many more. So go check out rebeltech.co.za to go get the products you're looking for at a low price. So starting off, the KIYO is retailing for about 2,000 Rand on RebelTech here in South Africa, or about $99 on Amazon. Now for this review, I am going to compare the KIYO to my Logitech C920, which is one, if not the most popular webcam out there, which is also retailing for about $50 or about 1,200 Rand here in South Africa. Before we get into the comparison, let's take a quick look at the KIYO itself. So straight away you are going to notice that LED ring light around the camera's face. Now some might say that this is a waste, but honestly for the few times that I've actually streamed, I did need to get an additional light to help brighten up my face, because otherwise it was just way too dark. Along with that, adding more light, you are also able to reduce the software gain and reduce your noise in your footage, which is just going to improve the quality. So this should just help out making your stream a lot easier and a lot less hassle to set up. As for the light itself, it features 12 daylight tempered LEDs with 12 steps of brightness. You are able to turn the light on and adjust the brightness by just turning the step dial around the face of the KIYO. As for how you mount the webcam, you can either screw it onto a tripod with the 1/4 inch 20 screw, or probably the most common way to mount a webcam is by just clipping it onto your monitor. Both the face and the base of the KIYO is able to adjust to get a nice tight fit and also a better angle for your streaming or anything else you might use it for. Then as for the KIYO's cable, it is braided with a good amount of flex and does also have a length of 1.8 meters with a green USB 2 connection at the end. Now as for camera quality, the KIYO has a max resolution of 1080p at 30 fps, same as the C920. But the KIYO can actually run at 60 fps at 720p, which the C920 cannot. And usually with face cams, you actually scale it down a bit into a corner somewhere for your stream, so the reduced in resolution wouldn't really make that big of a difference. It's only if you would like to use it for full screen streaming where you would actually see that drop in quality. But now let's quickly get into that comparison. The software I'm going to use is OBS Studios, which is the most widely used streaming software out there. Okay, so for the first test, I set everything on default and on auto to keep everything even across the board, and all of the lights are off, both in my room and then on the KIYO. It's just the lights at the back and the monitors that are on, and then I'm gonna put on the lights as we go forward. So as you guys can see, the color on the C920 is a lot more to real life than the KIYO. The KIYO is a lot more saturated with overly high blues and also reds. It doesn't really look that great. It is a lot sharper than the C920, which we'll get into a bit later as well. Okay, so now I quickly just turned on the KIYO's light, and it is also going to help out the C920. So I'm just going to put on the previous clip so that we can still see a side-by-side comparison if the light was not there. So as you guys can see, it does help out a tiny bit if everything is an auto, but it's still overly saturated, and the sharpness is still really nice compared to the C920, which is a bit more softer. But now let's quickly turn on the rest of the lights and see if that makes a difference. Okay, so now both of my soft boxes are on in the corners, and as you guys can see, it does help out quite a lot, both on the C920 and on the KIYO, with the KIYO still having the light on, just to add a bit more light on my face. So it's still the same problem with the KIYO. It's overly saturated. It's still nice and sharp compared to the C920, but that red and the blue is just way overly saturated. But now let's quickly set everything to manual and try to get both of the webcams as close as possible to each other. And I'm gonna do the same test with all of the lights off, then the KIYO's light on, and then the softboxes on, and see if that actually makes that big of a difference. Okay, so now everything is set to manual settings. Now it was a bit harder to get a good manual setting on the KIYO, with it's just overly saturated, or there's no color, or it's overly exposed. It was just really hard to get a relatively good picture out of the KIYO. The C920 wasn't that bad to set up than the KIYO, with everything just clicking into place and looking relatively good. Now, so first up, as you guys can see, all of the lights are off. The only lights that's actually coming in is from the window that side. As you guys can see, it's a lot brighter here and a lot darker on this side, and then some of the lights in the back. So now let's quickly turn on the KIYO's ring light and see how big a difference that really makes. Okay, so now the ring light is on the KIYO, and as you guys can see, it does add a lot of light to my face. You can actually see what's going on this side. It's still not the best light possible, but if you are in a pinch, then this would make a massive difference, as you guys can just see with the previous one. It does also help out now with the C920, so I'm just going to quickly switch back with the C920 without light, as you guys can see if that really makes that big of a difference. And then now I'm quickly going to turn on the soft boxes and leave on the KIYO's light and see what a bigger difference that makes with just having soft boxes. Okay, so now all of the lights in the room is on, and as you guys can see, the C920's color does look a lot better than the KIYO's. It's extremely hard to get a good color out of the KIYO. It's either too red or too blue, and either it's just a no color or it's just overly saturated. I couldn't get a precise good color out of the KIYO. It's extremely hard. The C920 is a lot easier. It does look a lot more to the real life color than if you look at my shirt. It's a black shirt with a red ASUS logo on, and as you guys can see on the KIYO, it looks more bluish and the red isn't really that bright. So the color on the KIYO is not that great. The C920 is a lot better, but now where the KIYO does stand out a lot more is with sharpness. As you guys can see, you can actually see my beard, and just a lot better. It's a lot crispier than the C920. The C920 is way too soft, so that's where the KIYO does really stand out. So now in the end, it is going to be mostly up to you what you have in the background, what color you have on, and all of that, how much light you really want on your face. So in that, it depends on what you want to go for. The KIYO is a lot more crisper than the C920. It's a lot more sharper. It's the 720p is going to help out a lot. Currently, I'm just shooting at 1080p 30 FPS. So that's going to help out a lot if you want to record at 60 FPS gaming. But for just a better image quality, I would say that the C920 is a bit better. It's the sharpness, of course, again, is a lot better on the KIYO, but overall color is a lot better on the C920. And then also along with the camera, the KIYO does have a built-in microphone. So if you are in a pinch and you do not have another microphone with you, you can use that one. The microphone has an omnidirectional pickup pattern with a 16-bit bitrate and a sample rate of a max of 48 kilohertz. But as you guys can hear, the microphone isn't really that great at all. If you are in a pinch, again, you can use it, because if you don't have anything else, use what you have. But I would say get something like the Seiren X, which is small, portable, and not too expensive to take along with you with your streams, because the mic quality on that one is not going to be efficient for proper streaming or just recording. So now, in conclusion, the KIYO is a very nice webcam, but it's not the best webcam you can buy. The LED ring light is a very nice feature and certainly does make a difference, but the image quality was a bit lacking in my opinion. The image had either too much of a red or too much of a blue tint, and it couldn't get the right colors to display. The sharpness, however, was much better than the C920, and I could see far more detail on my face. But before you say you're just going to go for the C920 instead of the KIYO does have a place on the market. The 720p at 60 FPS is going to work excellent if you want to get that smooth gaming videos, and the ring light, like you guys saw, does make a big difference in a dark room. So the KIYO is not going to be for everybody, but if you are on a move a lot and you do stream on a laptop, or if you go to a lot of places, then the KIYO with that built-in light is going to be a savior for you, because you don't have to carry around extra lamp or extra anything else to actually light it up. You can just use the KIYO, which I personally think is going to help out quite a lot. But now that's pretty much it for this review. If you guys did like it, please like, share, comment like always. Also, if you want to buy the KIYO for yourself, the KIYO, I don't know why I think it's KIYO, but if you guys want to get it for yourself, just follow the links in the video description, where you can get it on RebelTech if you live in South Africa, or Amazon if you live overseas. Also, a big thanks to Razer for sending over the KIYO and also the Seiren X. Again, if you guys want to check that out, just follow the link in the video description. But a big thanks to them. And if you guys do want me to review anything else, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try to get my hands on that. But yeah, that's pretty much it again. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will take all of you next time. Cheers, guys.